Hartford has a new mayor-elect. Hartford Land Bank CEO, husband, and father of 5, Arunan Arulampalam, will take the reins from outgoing Mayor Luke Bronin.
If we can fight together, if we can work together, if we can dream together, if we can stand together, then together we will build a Hartford beyond our wildest imaginations. Are you with me?
The big Election Day win came with 69% of the vote. The mayor-elect joining us live in studio this morning. Mr. Mayor-elect, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it.
And I want to jump right into it. So some people have been engaged in this race every step of the way. Other folks, candidly, are waking up this morning saying, hey, we have a new mayor on the ropes, on the way. Speak to that person at home who's watching this morning. What does a day one priority look like for you?
Well, I think the nature of the role is that you've got a whole set of priorities, and so we've got to build our team, and we want to make it as vibrant and diverse as this city is. We're running a robust transition, but on the campaign trail, I've talked about continuing this investment that started in our downtown and building around these apartment complexes that we have coming online, building the amenities for a really strong and vibrant downtown, but stretching that into our neighborhoods. I live in a neighborhood, along commercial corridors like Albany Ave and Upper Main Street and Park Street, building that small business, bringing that vibrancy so that everybody can see our progress, and then building around housing and home ownership.
You and I live in the same Frog Hollow neighborhood, and one of the beauties of walking to and from work every day is I hear from people, and I still sticking with it. I had somebody come up to me and say, hey, it's great that our elected politicians are walking around looking at murals in my neighborhood. I need action, right? So on your website, you talk about getting mattresses off the street, fixing street lamps. How do we show folks in Hartford, what can you do to say, hey, that work is going to get done and we're going to do it now?
Well, those are the small things that I think send a really big message. Being on top of the trash that's on our streets, being on, I'm walking here today, and I'm not far from these studios. There's a mirror on my street. There's a fish tank on my street, and those small things I think communicate the level of respect and dignity we have for our residents. And so dealing with those things in the short term and being the mayor that is on top of the day-to-day look of our city and the feel of our city to residents, I think is important to a lot of people.
Before you're the mayor, you are a dad of 5, as we pointed out, young children. Hartford seeing already more than 30 homicides this year. As a dad, that must hit you a certain way, but what do we do to change that dynamic? What can we do to tackle that problem?
Yeah, and 2 of those were right on my street, and so I think we should all feel safe where we live. But that starts upstream. It starts with creating safe spaces for kids to go. And for so many kids, as soon as our school doors close at 3:30 and all summer long, there's really no place for them to go. So we're going to try to reopen our schools in the evenings and in the summers and build really robust sports and rec programs and music and arts education. We're going to try to coordinate services we know that it's a small group of people who are committing these crimes, and there are warning flags that we see coming up. We know that a lot of them have faced immense trauma. Many of them are victims of crime themselves. And so if we can identify those people early, if we can give them the mental health and social service resources they need, and then get them on a pathway to create career opportunities, then we can prevent some of this crime before it happens. And then we've got to rebuild community policing and get cops walking a beat in this city again, and rebuild the relationship between law enforcement and our community.
Folks who know you have a wife who is a leader in our faith community. As we pointed out, you're a dad of 5. I wonder what you've learned from your kids or your wife that will serve you well in this position.
Well, one of the great benefits of being a spouse to Liza, who's my wife, she's the senior minister at Center Church, is that she could not be less impressed by the role and title of mayor. The only reason that our family is going through this is so that I can do the right thing. And I think anytime I'm not doing the right thing, she'll be the first to tell me. But it's not about the politics. It's not about the ego. It's about the change we can make in our community, and that's what I really hope to bring.
Mr. Mayor-elect, grateful you're joining us here on the couch. You can count on Fox 61 to keep you accountable as you take on this new job, but know you have a welcome seat here.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Good luck.
Thanks.